Every time the prisoner took his medication, he secretly spit it out when the guard wasn't watching. Then he looked around to make sure no one was nearby. He pulled out an antibiotic bottle and tied it with a piece of stolen fishing line. One end went around the bottle, and the other end was tied to his back molar. Once everything was ready, he shoved the bottle into his mouth and swallowed it. Next, he took apart a lighter. He kept only the flint and hid it underneath his fingernail. He tied a shoelace tightly around his wrist, then pressed his thumb against the edge of a table. With a quick move from his foot and wrist, his thumb popped out of joint. He clenched his teeth and stayed silent. This was his only chance to escape. He had thought he would die in prison. But then something unexpected happened. The police captain's son was diagnosed with leukemia. By chance, the prisoner was the only bone marrow match. The police had no choice but to ask the prisoner for help. To their surprise, he agreed. But he had two conditions. He wanted to smoke in prison and be allowed to visit the library freely. The police captain agreed right away, not realizing it was a trap. Smoking wasn't the real goal. The prisoner only wanted the flint from the lighter, and he didn't care about the books. He was using the library to steal detailed maps of the hospital. When everything was ready, the prisoner was escorted to the hospital where the captain's son was staying. Because his hands were cuffed behind his back, doctors couldn't draw bone marrow. As they discussed what to do, the prisoner slipped the antibiotic bottle into his mouth. At the doctor's request, the guards removed his handcuffs and strapped him to the bed. They injected anesthesia to put him to sleep. But what no one knew was that he had already crushed the bottle with his teeth and swallowed the antibiotics. Soon, the doctors realized something was wrong. The prisoner wasn't going under. As they prepared to inject him again, the prisoner suddenly opened his eyes and jumped off the bed. In the chaos, he lit an acetylene tank and turned a doctor into a human fireball. But before he could run far, a guard shot him in the leg. Just then, the police captain arrived. The prisoner quickly fled the room. He grabbed a defibrillator and jumped into the laundry chute, sliding down to the first floor. The police responded fast and surrounded the laundry room. While they searched, the prisoner dressed as a doctor and climbed back up the chute to the third floor. He returned to the operating room and forced a doctor to cut off his ankle chain. Through the pain, he dug the bullet out of his leg. But the police followed the blood trail and found him. The prisoner took the doctor hostage. No one dared to shoot. If the prisoner died, his bone marrow would be useless, and the police captain's son would die too. With no other choice, the captain dropped his weapon. He could only watch as the prisoner walked away to freedom.